Today we are going to talk about something different. We are going to talk about what you need to observe now. Like last time we were talking about observing the child's sensory motor development. So we'll extend that, what more you need to observe about the child. Along with your audition goals, receptive language goal, expressive language goals, speech goals, the goals for you for this week is to observe. So starting with the auditory goals, we continue with 3-step commands. The difference is that this week we are working on unrelated commands which are not connected. Earlier we were talking about connected commands in a sequence. So for example, you tell the child, finish your milk, put the glass in the sink and wear your shoes. Now the shoes are not related to the milk, but the child has to listen and understand and follow the command. You can also say, put your toys away, wash your hands and have your lunch. So now the lunch is not related and the hands are not dirty, so that should be understood by the child and the child should follow. Coming to receptive language goals, we are going to start with the question, when do you, ending with the verb. For example, when do you sleep? When do you go to the garden? When do you play? When do you go to school? All that. So the idea is that we are introducing new vocabulary of morning, evening, night, afternoon. The child should understand the meaning of all these words, the concept of part of the day and night. So when give a lot of examples and language to the child, when do you go to the garden? In the evening. When do you go to school? In the morning. When do you go to sleep? At night. I also sleep in the afternoon. I have my nap in the afternoon after lunch, but I sleep at night. So lot of vocabulary in calendar and parts of the day. Coming to expressive language, now expect the child to say at least morning, evening, night. It's easy. Don't expect the child to say afternoon yet, but the child can understand and start using some of these words inconsistently. Coming to speech goals, we are introducing the new sound ch. Whenever a child can articulate t, t and sh, the child is ready to articulate ch, ch. So we introduce lot of auditory bombardment of the sound ch. For example, when you are going to a restaurant, you can say, I want to order Manchurian. Do you like Manchurian? You are highlighting the word, the sound ch. They don't have Manchurian. So how you are using the same word in 2-3 sentences? When, okay, let's have crunchy snacks. Crunchy, ch again. When you're telling a story, you can talk about the children are fighting, he gave him a punch, or the old man was sitting on the bench, or even if when you go to the garden with the child, you can say, oh, I'm tired, I want to sit on the bench. Do you want to sit on the bench? Okay, I'll sit on the bench and you play on the beach. Or I'll sit on the bench and you play with the ball. Do you want to go to the beach or you want to go to the garden? So like these, you go on introducing ch. For example, take the activity of dusting. Let's do dusting of furniture. We are going to dust the furniture. So again, ch. So like this, during the daily routine activities, during the storytelling, picture talk, introduce the sound ch. I have a book for which we selected for this week. He came with a couch. Now this book is selected again because of ch. It's a very simple story, but ch sound at the end with couch is coming again and again, almost on any page, but meaningfully and very interesting. For example, here, the family had a couch, but it was old couch and they wanted a new couch. So they threw that couch and they went to the market and looked for couch. They did not like any couch. So this couch also they didn't like. This couch also they didn't like. They didn't like this couch also. So notice how many times I'm using the word couch, but meaningfully. In the end, Daddy bought a couch. The child said, Daddy, somebody's sitting in the couch. Daddy said, I don't know. He's a man who came with the couch. Then they said to the man, let's go to the beach. The man took the couch with him to the beach. He was so stuck to the couch. Then one day, the child was sitting on the tree and he fell down. The man pushed the couch under the child to save him. Wow, I like this couch man. I like the man who came with the couch. So this is the man who came with the couch. So simple, but ch is used again and again. Good. Now coming to tips. When I talk about tips, I'm going back to the same thing what I said, what you need to observe. You need to observe three things. One, the child's free play. Second, the child's behavior. Third, the child's self-talk. And again, fourth, that how much opportunity the child is getting to get the auditory bombardment of ch. So starting with the free play, give the child toys and let the child play independently. It's recommended that in every house, a small corner of the house is dedicated as a play area where you put a little rug and keep the markers and the sheets, plain sheets, books, storybooks, whiteboard, blocks, Lego blocks, pieces, something like that. Where you say, okay, you go and play in your play area, go and play in that corner, I have to finish cooking. Now the child goes there and plays, observe. What you need to observe is what is the child's interest. Is the child more interested in books? Is the child more interested in scribbling? Is the child more interested in making something out of the blocks and Lego pieces? What is the child good at? What is the child's talent? Is the child very good at drawing? Is the child very good at organizing the material? Is the child very good at craft? You need to observe. You need to give opportunities to the child to develop that talent of that child and use those in the activities to get across the language, new language and new vocabulary. Second thing you are going to observe is the child's behavior. The behavior not in the corner, the behavior throughout the day. So there will be some behavior which you want to reward. There will be some behavior which you have to ignore, and there will be some behavior which you have to redirect. So which behavior you will reward, which is a good behavior, which you want the child to do again and again. For example, if the child is playing with a sibling, sharing something with the sibling or helping someone, and then you say, very good, I'm so proud of you, you did that. That is rewarding the behavior. For example, the child throws something or tries to make mess, is not putting the things in order and spread things around, and then or he's trying to break things might be to get your attention. So ignore that, don't pay attention to that, and he will or she will stop by itself. If the child is doing any behavior which should not be expected from the child, For example, if the child is breaking some toy or is hitting the sibling or pinching sibling or doing something, then you need to redirect the behavior. Then you say, okay, let's play a game of Ludo, or let's play hide and seek. You hide and your sister will find you out. So something you are changing the direction of the child. This will help to get the child disciplined and let the child know what is expected of him or her. The third thing we are going to observe is self-talk. I'm sure you are using a lot of self-talk by this time now as listening strategy. What is self-talk? When you are talking about what you are doing. For example, I say, where are my glasses? I keep them somewhere here only. I can't find. Here they are. Or, I'm going to switch off my mobile now, and you switch it off. I'm going to read a book to you, the story book. Where is that book? Here, I'm going to read this book to you. So you are doing self-talking. Very soon you will see the child, when the child is playing by herself, she will also start doing self-talk. You need to observe the self-talk and make note of it in your diary. What language is the child using? What grammar part is missing in the child's language? What grammar is incorrect in the child's sentences? So this you will show to your therapist, and your therapist will tell you how to put these goals in activities to help the child to be able to construct sentences and speak at a higher language level. Okay. Also, note down how many times ch is being used not only by you but your family, all members of the family, all people in the house. What words are they using where ch sound is coming? Ch. So note down how many times it has come. It should increase in the and then also note down how many times the child is using that sound. Okay, so lot of observation. You also have to observe what is the child's expressive language now, what is missing, and what you would like to add. Your therapist will help you to do that. Okay, try this out, and you will see that you are very actively participating in the child's development. If you have any comments, if you have any doubts, you don't know how to do or what to do, please write in comments. I'm there to help you. Okay. If you want to observe any session before this episode which you have missed, click the link given below and it will take you to 40-week session plan. See you next week. Thank you.